This video briefly introduces a wideband, high-density circularly polarized array with reduced mutual coupling and enhanced realized gain. The array is facilitated by a custom-designed decoupling structure. This decoupling structure is composed of a swastika-shaped parasitic resonator. The evolution of this structure has two steps. First, a cross-shaped metallic structure was positioned above the two circularly polarized antennas. A mutual coupling reduction was achieved within the operational bandwidth. Second, a much smaller swastika-shaped metallic decoupling structure was then developed and the isolation level of the augmented antenna array was enhanced by more than 9.4 dDs within the operational bandwidth. This decoupling structure not only suppresses the mutual coupling between the two input ports, but it also improves the antenna's gain values. The understanding of the operating mechanisms of this circularly polarized antenna array when the decoupling structure is present was developed using simulation tools and analytical methods. When only one port is excited, the currents on the passive antenna element are induced by the fields radiated by the active one and those irradiated by the parasitic decoupling structure. These coupling-induced currents on the passive antenna element can be cancelled out entirely if the parasitic element is designed to produce currents on it with the same magnitude but opposite phase as those induced on it by the direct space path fields originating from the active antenna element. When the two-element circularly polarized antenna array is augmented with the optimized swastika-shaped decoupling structure, the approximate cancellation of the induced currents on the passive antenna element is achieved within the operational bandwidth. The effectiveness of the developed decoupling structure was further demonstrated with both high-density 3-element and 4-element circularly polarized arrays. The optimized 2-element circularly polarized antenna array with the developed swastika-shaped decoupling structure was fabricated and measured. The figures demonstrate that the measured results were in good agreement with their simulated values. Compared with recently reported circularly polarized decoupling arrays, our prototype not only achieves a much larger fractional bandwidth with a much smaller edge-to-edge distance, but it also has symmetric radiation patterns with improved peak gain values. In summary, a swastika-shaped decoupling structure was developed to realize high isolation level of a high-density circularly polarized antenna array. It also enhances the associated realized gain values. It was further demonstrated that the developed decoupling structure is effective even for circularly polarized arrays with larger numbers of elements.